Hi, this is Jason. Today I'm going to walk you through how to set up our networked public goods template. This is a relatively complex experiment. The point for you is to edit the experiment the way you want using the variable system here, rather than touching the game files and then going from there. So let me walk you through the variables, some of the different game options. If you want to dig into the files and really change the way that the study works, feel free to. You'll have your own copy. You can go into the files and select the files that you want to edit. But for this, I'm just going to show you how to use the variables. So the first major aspect of this experiment is that it's multiplayer, and you need to set up how many participants there will be. The first variable is going to be the bot count. So if you're one person, you have 5 bots, it's going to be a 6-person game or a 6-player game, where one of them will be human. If you set your bots to 1 and you press update, it'll be one bot with 1 player. You can set it to accept multiple players, so it could be 2 players and 1 bot. Or if you want to set 0 bots and just have real human players, you can do that as well. Set it to 0, press update, and you're done. Let's set it to the default, which should be for 5 players. You can determine the bot type by just passing a 1 or a 2. 1 is for a random bot that is just going to choose how much money to give to the pot during every round, whereas a 2 will give you a tit for tat bot, where the bot is going to select the amount of money that you put in during your previous round. So if you only put in a little bit, they're going to tit for tat put in a little bit the next round. If you put in a lot, they'll put in a lot the next round. Keep it at 1 for now. And all of the bots will follow this random or tit for tat strategy. The contributing factor is how much the collective pot gets multiplied. So in the public goods game, everybody puts in a little bit of their money each round, and however much money is in the pot at the end of the round gets multiplied, in this case by 40%, and then that amount gets shared amongst everyone. So you can certainly do an experiment with larger contributing factors or 0 contributing factor, and people just pool their resources and see how that changes decision making. There are a couple of timers: in-game timer, instruction timer, and then round interval timer. And these are just to make sure, one, that the game progresses. So you don't want to have a group of 5 people waiting for somebody to finish the instructions. You want to have the instructions ending after a set amount of time. So in this case, maybe the instructions will last 60 seconds. In-game timer, it just shows the amount of points that people get at the end. So it doesn't have to be that long. 15 seconds is fine. And then the round interval timer is how long between rounds for the next round to start. 20 seconds is probably fine. Again, during this time, people are seeing the scores and who's given what, depending on the experimental treatments. And so you want to give yourself enough time that people can see the treatments, but not too much time where they get bored. There's a couple of specific experimental conditions here. So frame, the way that this study is communicated to participants. So in 1, you say you give people their total points as an individual each round. In type 2, you show people the collective amount of points earned for everyone. Same thing with the free rider exposure. In the type 0, if this is just a 0, you'll show everybody the lowest contributor the previous round. If it's type 1, it reveals just the lowest contributor. Sorry, type 0 doesn't reveal contributors. Type 1 reveals the contributor. These texts will explain what's going on. Type 2 is the lowest 2, and type 3 is the lowest 3 contributors. So this is a way of showing people who is not contributing to the common pot, and so who is free riding. Network structure. So this is a network public goods game. So the people that you can see are the people who are in your network. We generate this automatically as the game begins. So type 1 uses a scale-free network structure to generate the network, and the type 2 yields a small world network structure. The round budget is how much money or coins individuals get every round. The bigger the budget, the more they put in, the more they get out. I think 10 to 20 is typical for a public goods game. And then the scoreboard order and total rounds are two, again, interface variables. The scoreboard order will show you who has the most coins at the end of a round and can be sorted to be decreasing or increasing. And then the total rounds are the number of times that people play before the game is over. So we can update these. I'm going to turn this to one bot's fine, or 5 bots is fine. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I have some video instructions. The videos are hosted on Vimeo, so they're still up. I'm just going to say I'm ready. But these tell people what's going on. You can see I have this network. It's actually fully connected here. I'm going to make a contribution. See, I can go all the way up to 10. Give my money. And I can see who all has, what everybody else did. Again, these are random bots, so they're putting in a random amount from 1 to 10. Again, we're waiting for 10 seconds to expire. I can see at the top, each experiment runs for 10 rounds. The first 2 rounds use last 30 seconds, and the subsequent rounds last 30 seconds. Here we go. Next one. I think I did 4. Yeah, 4. So you get the point. I'll wait till we get this modal to close. Anyway, so feel free to play with the variables. Again, if you wanted to go in and change the way that the experiment actually works, you can change some of these files as well. But if you have any questions, let me know. Email us at support@volunteerscience.com. Thank you.